Alright, so I'm getting a lot of questions about the upcoming year right now, and I really wanted to do minor showcases or like at least tests of spray patterns or whatever for you guys for this video. But guess what? This week's challenge mode rotation is heavy armor, and there's two Vanguard guns that I want to test out. So I can't test out guns here without getting to the next stage. I don't want to do that because that's a waste of time, and you can't switch ammo and stuff like that. So I'm going to speak primarily from just what I see with statistics and whatnot and all that jazz. So here we go. Let's get right into it. So first of all, we have probably the big takeaway gun right here, and that's going to be the BB gun right here if I can find it. It's going to be the, I call it the scuffed 457. You guys can call it whatever you want. Well, I'll call it the scuffed 457. So this gun right here. I have audio up right now. So this gun right here. This is probably the best gear you're going to get from this set of gears or whatever. So this right here is the prototype twin 406. I call it the scuffed 457 because literally modeled to look just like it. Everything's similar as well too. 166 damage on shells, a 15.85 fire rate on wave. Honestly, I should test from this default because it's going to be different depending on the ship you use, so we'll do it there. So this gun, let's go back from the start again. 166 times 2 on the damage, 18.95 seconds on the fire rate, 45 firepower, and then you have the extra buffs or whatever. So this gun right here, I'm going to say it right now, is the second best AP gun for battleships in the game. I'm just going to put it out right there. So whatever you have with like Champagne's gun or whatever, these guns or whatever, no. Doesn't matter anymore because this gun is the second best AP gun you're gonna get. And when I get further testing, I'll test it out in the Meta 15s, whatever, when we have that arrival, which is probably gonna be like 5-6 days from now or something. We'll get Meta 15s for Ganesha. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Ganesha. We'll call her Ganesha for now. And all that jazz, second best AP gun. The reason why is because the damage shells from this is 166, already very, very high. Now it has 2 shells, yes, whereas the Champagne's gun or whatever that used to be the second best gun has 3. It means you have to hit less shells to perform higher damage. So the less shells, the better most of the time, depending on what kind of gun you're using. But this right here, it does a lot of damage. Don't get me wrong. It's just the shell damage isn't super high, and the fire rate is pretty slow. Now, the reason why I say this is the second best gun is because not only is the damage from the shells very high, the fire rate is very good. 18.95. This right here, if I can unequip one of my 457s real quick, is faster than the 457. So if you guys don't already know, when you do a bossing run or whatever, you can do up to 4 maxes of right now. If you min max to reload a bit, like if you put in like what do you call those things again? Oh god, I forgot what those things are called. The auto reloader, yeah, auto reloaders. You can probably squeeze in 5, but it's not worth it because you lose out on a lot of damage. But it's like significantly faster by almost 2 seconds. So why this is good is because if you're doing boss content, which is what AP guns excel at, boss content, you're gonna get 5 volleys in the span of 80 seconds. Now, if you're doing like 90-second content, like Hermits or something, or like Siren Stronghold fights and whatnot, or Abyss Sirens, I think those are like 90 seconds, then this gun falls off in comparison to this gun. But for Meta 15s, when it's 80-second content, this gun right here is actually not that bad. I gotta do further testing. I really don't want to plus 13 this gun, but I'll do some testing with this gun. I think it'll perform very similar to the 457 when it comes to Meta 15 content. Again, I gotta test though. But in terms of 80-second content, this gun is very good. 90-second content, not so great compared to the other gun, but still significant enough to be the second best AP gun by far. Now, when it comes to like 1-minute content stuff, this gun probably falls off as well too. But this gun really, really excels at what it does, and that's bossing. If you guys see the unique effect right here, when equipped by a ship, increases her main gun damage by 10%. So you get a 10% bonus just by using this gun. Very good, right? But increase her reload time by 35%, from the 5th volley and onwards. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, most of the time you won't get to the 5th volley. By the time you get to the 5th volley, the fight will be over 90 seconds. So any fight that's lasting longer than 90 seconds, this gun doesn't perform well in. But guess what? Most bossing content doesn't last that long. All the endgame boss content like Meta 15s, Abyss Sirens, Arbiter fights, guild raids, those are under 90 seconds. So this gun right here, this debuff or whatever doesn't even matter, because by the time you get to your 5th volley, the fight is done. Whether you time out or you kill the boss, the duration of timeout and this debuff will never proc at all. And if you're using it for like mob content where you're struggling, that won't happen because you won't be using AP guns for mob content. I hope you're not. So this is not that good here, but it's good for bossing. So this gun right here is very good. The debuff or whatever is negligible. 10% damage increase. Very good fire rate. Good damage. And the ammo typing is not that bad. It's like some weird mod they add for AP. It's like AP4 something or whatever. But in terms of armor mods, let's go ahead and compare it with the 457. It's pretty close. So let me go ahead and equip my other one real quick. And then we can go ahead and compare with the new one. Now, I'm pretty sure it's like gear properties or whatever. Where is it? Where are the armor mods? I don't think they show armor mods. Well, I have it pulled up on the wiki. I'll just show it to you guys somewhere right here. But it's pretty close. Now, if we compare it with the other gun right here, let's say we equip this gun, and then we compare it with the champagne gun or whatever. Now, it has one less shell, yes, but it's probably more accurate. I can check right now, actually. I'm pretty sure it's like a lot more accurate. Let's do a list of battleships. Let's go to the thingamabob. It has a spread of 15. This gun is insanely accurate. You will not have problems hitting this at all. It is a very good gun. 15 spread is very good. That is very accurate. So, good gun. Good fire rate. Good damage. Very fast. Well, that could be bad as well too, because I could throw off your autos on Helena timing. Meaning you're going to be less synced up. But good spread. Good damage. Fast gun. Good effect right here. Ammo typing is also ammo type mods is not that bad either. Solid gun. I will confidently say right now this is the second best AP gun in the game, followed up with the 457 being the best one, obviously, because there's raw power. The raw power from this gun is just too nasty. Now the next piece of gear we're going to talk about is going to be the light cruiser gun. So the light cruiser gun right here, if I can find it, is somewhere right here. Oh wait, I have a gear lab. One sec. Let me grab this real quick. The light cruiser gun. So if it's the Belfast gun, I believe it's like the upgraded Belfast gun. So I'm not going to compare it with the I'm not going to compare it with the original Belfast gun because obviously the upgraded one is usually better. So if we go to, who has that gun right now? I think Chappie has that gun right now. We go to the gun right here and go take a look at it. I'm going to unequip real quick. The gun is not that bad. It has a decent spread. It's not like anything like extraordinary, but it's like decent. Good damage. It's a very slow. Armor mods or whatever is it's not bad. It's got on light armor and stuff like that. It's very comparable with the Seattle gun. Now, if I go to someone who has a Seattle gun right now, I know Helena has it right now. We'll go ahead and compare this gun neck for neck. So if we go to the Belfast gun right here, so damage is better, right? But it's about 0.8 seconds slower, more firepower, and ammo typing. It beats it in light, loses it in medium, and loses it in heavy. So it's comparable. Obviously, I like the spray pattern on the Seattle gun way more. It's also faster as well too to proc those assault, all-out assaults or whatever. But it has pretty good damage. It has 45 firepower. It has 4 more damage on the shells or whatever. And it has a 5% more better light armor mod compared to the Seattle gun. Now, I'm not going to sit here and nitpick like this one's like a little bit better here. This one's a little bit better. For the most part, light cruisers, they're good for mobbing, but like they don't contribute like a lot for like end game bossing. So I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I will say this though, Seattle gun is probably one of the best guns in the game for the longest time. This gun is comparable with it. Whether you want to do more light armor damage or more medium armor and heavy armor damage is up to you. You can do whatever you want. If you have a lot of Seattle guns already, I wouldn't bother making the Belfast gun already. If you have a lot of Chappie guns already as well too, I wouldn't bother making this as well. But for those that don't have the Chappie gun, for those that don't have the Seattle gun, if you want to make this gun, go ahead. It's not that bad. The spray pattern is kind of wanky. It is kind of janky, but it's not bad. If you hit your stuff, you're using this for mob content hopefully most of the time, then this gun is pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the AP gun. So this AP gun is going to be the AP gun for light cruisers. And before I say anything else, I'm going to say only very few ships in this game want to use AP light cruiser guns because the armor mods on those guns are not that good. HE is better by far. Some ships like Neptune has a buff where if you use it, you get more AP damage or whatever. That's when you want to do it. Otherwise, for the most part, it's not that crazy. Where's that gun at right now? It is 22 damage, 4.72 fire rate, which is slow. Armor mods, kind of whatever. Using this for most time for medium and heavy armor because it's AP or whatever, but for the most part, Neptunes and some ships that have AP buffs wants to use this gun. I don't think it's that good. For the most part, that light cruiser guns are going to be used by HE ships. Don't worry about this gun too much. Don't worry about it at all if you can. Ignore it. It's not that great. But if you want it because you don't have Neptune guns or whatever, you can go ahead and make it. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, don't make it. If you want to make it, go ahead and make it. But I don't think it's that good. And lastly, the gear that I'm not gonna craft is gonna be the rainbow torpedo stuff. Now I gotta find what faction is in. Is it Royal? Is it Royal again? I swear to God, no, it's not. It's a Sakura. This stuff right here. So the damage is not that bad. It's pretty high up there for these kind of oxygen torpedoes. But the reason why I don't like it is because it's not homing. If you guys already know, the best torpedoes right now are the homing ones because homing, obviously, right? You're not gonna be up front, up close to the enemy bosses when your submarines are firing their torpedoes, so you're not that accurate. So you want homing torpedoes. When using oxygen torpedoes like the ones right here, they're not accurate. Yes, they do a lot of damage, but they're not accurate. So I'd rather have accuracy, and you are better off making bitters, which are far superior compared to making the actual other torpedoes I was just talking about just now. So you can ignore those. So big takeaway here: the new BB gun, very good. I'm gonna say it's like the second best AP gun right now. I'll put my foot down on it. Second best AP gun. The Belfast gun, if you don't have any HE guns for light cruiser right now, it's pretty good. Go ahead and make that if you want. If you want the AP gun for light cruisers, if you don't have Neptune guns for whatever reason, go ahead and make these if you want. Otherwise, I say ignore them. If you have plenty of Neptune guns, you don't have to make these for min-maxing. I won't bother with it. You're wasting like what's it cost anyways to make these things? It costs how do I check materials? I wouldn't bother with it. If you want to make it, go for it though. But if you have Neptune guns, don't bother with it. And for the IJN torpedoes or whatever, bitters are better. Don't waste your time making these. I mean, I will say this though, like there's how do I check materials? I'm dumb right now. Sorry, I'm really dumb right now. Like it costs these things. If you have a lot of them, go for it. I mean, you can go ahead and make one, but I wouldn't bother with it. It's not acoustic homing, so right. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and questions or whatever, just let me know and all that jazz.